A 41-year-old man identified as Emmanuel Ogene Ogaga has been accused of sexually abusing two underage girls aged 12 and 13 in Agbarho community, Delta State. According to reports, the suspect allegedly groomed one of the minors and later persuaded her to bring her friend to his residence. The incident is said to have occurred on the 14th of January. The case came to light when the 12-year-old girl returned home and informed her parents of what had happened. The parents immediately sought help and contacted a female human rights activist who reported the matter to the Agbarho police station. The suspect has been arrested and is currently being detained at the State Criminal Investigation Department, the SCID, in Asaba. Let's see the footage.
You look like person who don't. How old are you?
41.
41. This small pikin, this girl, you get children?
Yes.
How old is your child?
My senior girl na 19 years.
Your senior girl are 19 years. This pikin you were sleeping with, this child you were sleeping with, I said pikin, it is well. This child you were sleeping with, how old is she?
12.
12. You just found out today, Abi?
Yes.
But as at the time you saw her, around what age you say she will be?
I no answer for you.
She look like person who don't reach 18 years.
No.
All right. So tell me how come you started sleeping with this child?
Now that's a friend when he come meet me.
Okay. How old is that friend?
Now that 14 years that one be.
Forget. The information is that she's 13 years. So both of them did what?
Come my house.
Come do waiting.
Come meet me.
Why they come meet you? How they know you?
Now that girl I know, New Year. That's a friend. 9 minutes.
You don't sleep with that one before that day, Abi?
No, then once. Don't be saying.
Wait, okay, you sleep with that one once before that day.
Yeah.
Okay, so now when she came with this little girl, now what you gonna do both of them for your house?
I can't sleep with both of them.
You sleep with both of them?
Yeah.
When you say sleep with, explain. I know that people feel not understand what you mean by sleep with.
She sleep here. I tell me the second day beside.
Okay.
Yeah.
How they say they sleep with two man now? Explain.
Okay, I can't sleep for the top.
You do waiting for their top.
I call the fuck them.
Now you they talk. So you remove their shirt.
No, they not push shirt.
So how you take one?
You just remove the pants.
You just remove the pants.
Yeah.
For your house there.
Yes.
You slept with two children, one 12, one 13, on the same day, in the same place. Your child won't be 90 years now, boy or girl?
Now girl.
Now girl. You don't sleep with that one too, Abi?
No.
Okay. So that one, how would you feel if somebody of your age has started sleeping with that girl when she was 12?
I don't want to. I say, it dey bad well.
It dey bad?
Well.
So right now, how do you feel about yourself?
In fact,
you are very proud.
I do wrong.
Welcome back. If you are just joining, it's Trending O'Clock. This is where we'll talk about all the trending and juicy gist on the internet and of course give our opinions about them. I am Mercy Erabo. As you know, once it's trending, I can never ever be alone. In the studio, who is trending along with us today? Mr. Michael Gubadia. Mr. Michael, thank you for being here.
Well, it's another lovely Monday morning, beginning of a new week. And one I know trending has a lot to talk about.
Because we had lots of time the weekend to get all of our juicy stories. All right, without wasting much time.
I'm also happy seeing your face.
Yes, I know. Even when I was not expecting you to mention that part, well, thank you for having the courage to mention that part today. Anyways, without wasting much time, let's just dive straight to our top stories for today. A Nigerian in diaspora has cried out bitterly concerning the ongoing insecurity crisis and how she lost a friend of hers that visited Nigeria recently. The woman says this tragic experience is one of the major reasons why Nigerians abroad are afraid and unwilling to relocate back home, citing insecurity as a growing threat to lives and livelihood. This is not just a personal loss, it reflects a wider national concern. Imagine kidnapping a friend of hers. Well, let's see if we can get the footage because it's a very disheartening, disturbing, and a very sad story, Mr. Michael.
Well, before the footage comes, we've always talked about insecurity on a large scale in the country. And, if it does not happen to you, God forbid, you never drives home how really important and how insecure Nigeria has come to be. She's talking of a very close
friend that came to visit Nigeria, and then she got kidnapped and was supposed to get a ransom of 100 million naira, and then the family were unable to raise that amount of money, and she got killed. Just imagine, just getting killed because the family could not. But asking for 100 million naira, Mr. Michael, like, this whole thing is becoming ridiculous. And when I hear things like this, I wonder how are these people even making the money? Because 100 million naira, and then most times people even get the ransom to give to these kidnappers, because if they do not get
sometimes they pay and yet they are being killed.
They're still being killed.
That's why on that video, I'm really so concerned watching that video. It gives me the chill and a sense of bitterness. I just hope we can't even show the video, because it's not something we really enjoy.
Like, imagine seeing her cry and all of that.
So I honestly would wish we don't even see that video. But like you said, it's a deep reflection of how the country has been.
Imagine people in diaspora saying they do not want to come back to this country because of all of the insecurity. That's why when you ask somebody, when are you coming to visit Nigeria? They're like, and I really do not blame them. I do not. Just imagine somebody coming down here with no, like, the person never had it in mind that they were never going to make it back out of this country alive. But this is it. It's a sad reality that we're going through in this country, that it has come to a situation whereby kidnapping, ransom demands, and loss of innocent lives continue to leave families traumatized and communities living in fear. But the question still remains: how many more lives must be lost before security becomes a true priority in this country, Mr. Michael?
It's a major question that begs for answers. You know, this thing, it started like something out of the blue, and many Nigerians felt maybe government as of then took it with kid gloves, but now it has spiraled out of control, and we are now being faced on a daily basis with issues and incidents of kidnapping and the rest. You know,
well, it's a very
really sad
narrative
one. And one we still will be calling on the government. We know they are doing a lot, but we still plead with them to please do some more to help deal with this issue of insecurity that have bedeviled this country for a very, very long time.
Yes, a very long time. It's a really sad one. Well, before we go further, Mr. Michael, I would love us to take this quick break. Okay. Let's take this quick break, and once we return, we'll continue with the rest of the story.
Okay.
All right, my name is Diaspora, the comedy catalyst, one of Nigerian comedy.
All right, guys, back again. Yes, boss. My name is Osh, baby.
Yemi Alade.
Yeah, what up, people? It's your boy Victor Adi.
Girl Niniola.
My name is my wife, and just celebrity type man.
My papa say, who won't carry cow, waka go, waka follow the cow. I know the line for you.
I see you know you're watching the Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Keep watching Atlantic TV.
Atlantic TV.
Informative, educative, interesting, entertaining.
Worldwide, international.
Don't go anywhere, I'll catch you.
Don't touch that die. Atlantic TV. Boom.
Atlantic TV. We wanna party.
Atlantic TV. Culturally inclined and uniquely different.
Yes, welcome back. So let's go straight to the rest of the stories. This very story, this our next story, is very disturbing, but it's one that we must tell. We really need to talk about it. A 41-year-old man identified as Emmanuel Ogene Ogaga has been accused of sexually abusing two underage girls aged 12 and 13 in Agbarho community, Delta State. According to reports, the suspect allegedly groomed one of the minors and later persuaded her to bring her friend to his residence. The incident is said to have occurred on the 14th of January. The case came to light when the 12-year-old girl returned home and informed her parents of what had happened. The parents immediately sought help and contacted a female human rights activist who reported the matter to the Agbarho police station. The suspect has been arrested and is currently being detained at the State Criminal Investigation Department, the SCID, in Asaba. Let's see the footage.
You look like person without. How old are you?
41.
41. This small pikin, this girl, you get children?
Yes.
How old is your child?
My senior girl 19 years.
Your senior girl are 19 years. This pikin you were sleeping with, this child you were sleeping with, I said pikin, it is well. This child you were sleeping with, how old is she?
12.
12. You just found out today, Abi?
Yes.
But as at the time you saw her, around what age you say she will be?
I know answer for you.
She look like person who don't reach 18 years.
No.
All right. So tell me how come you started sleeping with this child?
Now that's a friend when he come meet me.
Okay. How old is that friend?
Now that 14 years that one do.
Forget. The information is that she's 13 years. So both of them did what?
Come my house.
Come do waiting.
Come meet me.
Why they come meet you? How they know you?
Now that guy I know, New Year. That's a friend. 9 minutes.
You don't sleep with that one before that day, Abi?
No, only once. Don't be saying.
Wait, okay, you sleep with that one once before that day.
Yeah.
Okay, so now when she came with this little girl, now what you gonna do both of them for your house?
I can't sleep with both of them.
You sleep with both of them?
Yeah.
When you say sleep with, explain. I know that people feel not understand what you mean by sleep with.
She sleep here. I tell me the second day this side.
Okay.
Yeah.
How they say they sleep with woman now? Explain.
Okay, I can't sleep for the top.
You do waiting for their top.
Because I can't fuck them.
Now you they talk. So you remove their shirt.
No, they not push shirt.
So how you take one?
You just remove the pants.
You just remove the pants.
Yeah.
For your house there.
Yes.
You slept with two children, one 12, one 13, on the same day, in the same place. Your child won't be 19 years now, boy or girl?
Now girl.
Now girl. You don't sleep with that one too, Abi?
No.
Okay. So that one, how would you feel if somebody of your age has started sleeping with that girl when she was 12?
I don't want to say it did bad well.
It did bad?
Well.
So right now, how do you feel about yourself?
In fact,
you are very proud.
I do wrong.
Further investigations reportedly suggest that this may not be the first time the suspect has been linked to cases involving underage girls, with previous incidents allegedly settled without full legal action. This case raises serious concerns about child protection, community silence, and accountability. Child sexual abuse is a crime. Settling such cases only allows abuse to continue. At this point, I think we must speak up, we must protect our children, and we must also demand justice. Mr. Michael, I don't know, but I think when it comes to cases of child abuse, most times people tend to cover it. And it's not even the suspect per se trying to cover, rather the victim, the family of the victim trying to cover it, maybe because of stigma or something and all of that. But they try to cover this whole thing. But the truth is, it doesn't help. Because imagine this man has been linked with several other child assault and the rest. And because he was not given any form of legal conditions or whatever. And now this is him again committing the same exact crime, Mr. Michael. When I went through this children's medical reports, I was shaking. I was shivering. When I saw their medical reports, it was just imagine the medical report. 12-year-old girl having to go through all of this. I felt really, really bad. To think that he even has a daughter of 19 years. But now, at this point, I think we should even take that girl for questioning. His daughter, because having to do this with other children, I'm sure he must have done that with his own child at home. That's why I feel at this point, all of this is coming to say that, no, he has never touched his daughter. I do not in any way believe it.
You know, the painful reality about it is, like you said, first of all, if he had been dealt with before now, maybe he would have been in jail, and protecting those two girls would have been our utmost concern. You agree with me that most families, they fear that social stigma that might follow these girls. I could still remember this girl, not being that man. It might affect her relationship, affect her when it's time for marriage, or might affect how that person perceives her.
Even going to school.
Yes, and all of that. So that's why most parents fail, and they feel it's the best way to protect the children, but in every way you are endangering the life of that very child. Now think of it this way. What if this man had given sexually transmitted disease to these little girls of 12, 13?
Just what if?
Think about it 10 years from now, how much damage that might have done to them.
Well, a very sad story, like we say. When things like this occur, let's try to speak out. Let's not try to cover. Let's not try to say, let's do it outside the courts. No, do whatever you need to do to make sure justice is served, to make sure these persons face the consequences of their crime. Like we know this story is a developing one and investigations are still ongoing. Once we get more updates, we'll definitely bring them to you. Away from that, there's this major story talking about a First Bank customer. So a First Bank customer, Ojo Egosa Kingsley, has been sentenced to 1 year imprisonment with an option of a 5 million naira fine for refusing to refund 1.5 billion naira that was mistakenly credited to his bank account. According to reports, the funds were wrongly transferred into his account, but despite demands, the money was not returned. The matter was taken to court where he was found guilty and sentenced accordingly. This case sends a strong message that mistaken bank credits are not gifts and must be returned. Failure to do so is a criminal offense and will be treated as such under the law. And let this serve as a reminder, if money enters your account by mistake, the right thing to do and the very lawful thing to do is to report and refund it. It is not a miracle alert. Yes, we know lots of people, spiritual people, the Christians, let's put them that way. When they go to church, the pastor pray for them, ask them to raise up their phones, pray for miracle alerts. One way or the other, miracle alerts will enter your phone this week. And boom, this man receives 1.5 billion naira. Poor man feels it's a miracle alert.
And funny enough, you might be surprised. A day before that, he might have gone to church.
That's what I'm saying.
And pastor will say, everybody bring out your phone.
Exactly.
And immediately the night he gave, and you don't know whether he gave his own tithes out of it. Who is to refund the tithes?
So miracle alert just came. Guys, I don't know. Maybe people might say I am not so spiritual at this point. But I really do not believe in miracle alerts.
What happened? 1.5 billion.
If somebody is owing you money and after all of the prayers, they just feel like, oh, I'm owing this person money, let me pay. You know where this money is coming from. Not a situation whereby you just receive a huge sum of money in your phone, your account, and you do not even know where this money is coming from. And you're seeing it as a miracle alert.
These pastors tell you that you necessarily would not know where it's coming from. It's miracle. It's from a bank account to your bank account. And 1.5 billion. Is that not? That's even the biggest miracle alert I've seen. You understand? Minus tithes. But irrespective of that, I'm also happy. I'm also in a very way interested in what leaders at the end of it.
Yeah.
You prefer to go to jail rather than reporting the body. That means.
But I still feel even after going to jail, he still has to return that money.
But
maybe negotiate
that is an option
on
of
how
fine.
to.
Yes, he might at the end negotiate, but the money will not be total. That is only the most.
Well, he will still pay the money whether he likes it or not. But I'm still trying to think of it. Why would somebody just decide to go to jail instead of returning 1.5? Like, it's just 1.5 billion naira.
I can give you 1,000 reasons.
Okay.
Number one, he might be jobless.
Okay.
What's he doing outside? Looking free. Go to jail.
And you know the funniest part. You know the funniest part, Mr. Michael. What if he had returned that money and the owner of the money is actually a good Samaritan and be like, do we still have people like this in this country?
That only happens in Hollywood and the next story you are going to talk about. It doesn't happen.
Okay.
It only happens in film and short content.
Okay, but the truth is, this is where we are driving to right now. I feel good people should be rewarded. Imagine he returns this money and then he gets compensated. Imagine getting this whole money and then you're returning all of this money. And you know, bank charges, tax, and all of that must have been debited. And you want him to return 1.5 billion. Mr. Michael, can you just let me talk? Okay, Mr. Michael was saying this is vivid imagination. Please, but let's try to reward good people. When we try to reward good people, I'm sure people like this, when they see the money, they would definitely want to return it, knowing the fact that they could get rewarded. But a situation whereby you return this money and you're left with nothing. In fact, you'll be the one to pay charges. How
did he get the money? And you'll be there explaining.
He could even get arrested.
We need to do the right thing. All our institutions should do the right thing. Apart from the bank, even our security agencies, those saddled with the responsibility of investigating. You will go there and say, they'll tell you it's a lie. Maybe it's even a kidnap ransom amount.
Exactly.
The poor guy will stay there for 3 months.
Exactly.
At the end, they'll say, kill and divide now, at the end. You understand what I mean?
Yes, of course.
With all our institutions need to do the right thing. When that starts happening, you start see people coming out willingly to do that. It's not like I'm justifying his actions. The actions are wrong. It is not your money, and by law, if you receive certain amount like that, go to the right institutions and return the money. It is not yours to use.
It is not miracle alert.
It is, please,
again.
not. Especially that church in your street. It's not.
It is not miracle alert. So like you've heard it, once you receive any money that you know is not yours, once you receive any money, try to go verify from your bank to be sure that this money is actually yours or not. And if it's not yours, do well to return it. You don't have to choose going to jail instead of returning a money that is never yours. Well, away from that, let's take the story. Popular Nollywood actress Bimbo Ademoye has cried out over an alleged case of copyright infringement and movie piracy involving her film Where Love Lives. According to the actress, she woke up to discover that monetization on her movie had been taken down on YouTube after a song used in the film was claimed by an individual identified as Emmanuel Davis. Bimbo Ademoye stated that the song in question is fully owned by her with complete approval from the artist and that she legally paid for all soundtrack used in the movie. Despite this, the song was allegedly lifted, uploaded, and claimed by Emmanuel Davis, who then filed a copyright claim that redirected the movie's monetization to himself. She further alleged that the same individual also uploaded her soundtrack on Spotify. In her words, she says she will allow authorities to do their job and is determined to pursue justice until the matter is fully addressed. This case has sparked fresh conversations around copyright protection, digital piracy, and content ownership in Nigeria's creative industry. And at this point, I really feel bad for Bimbo Ademoye because that movie is one movie that she spent a lot trying to produce this movie, trying to see that this movie comes out really nice. I know when she released this movie newly because it was posted on YouTube and so many persons were saying, Bimbo, this movie is supposed to be a Netflix movie, not a YouTube movie. And she says, well, I am not ready to go into Netflix movies yet. Once I'm ready, when you see the movie, you will know that this is Netflix worthy. So imagine creating this kind of standard movie and then it is being taken down. It is being taken down for monetization issues, knowing fully well that she paid for everything. This is really sad. I don't know who this Emmanuel Davis is, but this thing you're doing is somebody's sweat.
That's why in every dealings you have, put it on paper. Let there be an agreement to follow. Just like what she said, the best thing she has done, and I know she has already, would be getting justice pretty soon, is taking it to the needed authorities and let them do their job. Let her show those papers claiming that she has paid him off on account of it.
Not him. He's not even the owner. That's the painful part.
No, but she said the song was done by him.
No, she didn't say by him. She did, somebody else did this song. She paid for it and all of that. But this person is claiming ownership of the song.
But
the song is never his.
Because with what I learned,
he
said she had already paid for the song, knowing that he was a part of it. That's what I learned. But if it's a different narrative,
it's a different narrative. This guy is just a criminal.
Find him out, make sure the needed authority arrest him, and after that arrest, get justice for it.
This
and
guy
all those
is just
monies that have been paid
yeah.
to him would be refunded back to her. But you know, that's not where my problem is.
Now he's claiming like the whole thing. It's not just the music this time around,
Both
including the movie itself. He's getting the money.
This is where my problem lies. This brings about the feeling of why we're not having beautiful creative works. Because you're always so scared of what will happen at the end of it. You'll spend a whole lot and somebody will just use the back channel and at the end gain all your sweat, your sleepless nights, and all your resources you've pumped into it. It is sad. And if we do not deal with these issues, it will definitely creep in our creative minds and have a reduction of it. And something that we, especially at the entertainment industry, the media industry, will not like to follow. Because just imagine it, after we working hard like this, somebody
wants to come
and at the end said
reap where they did not sow.
It's not right.
It's a very
More
sad
needs to be done about it.
Yes. So it's a developing story, and we hope that Bimbo Ademoye gets all the justice there she deserves, and all of these things are being sorted because this is her sweat. She worked really hard for this, and someone else cannot just come and reap where they did not sow. I hope she gets all the justice that she deserves. Well, away from that, a man has cried out online after an encounter with officials of the Federal Road Safety Corps, the FRSC. According to him, Federal Safety officers stopped his vehicle during a routine check and insisted that the fire extinguisher he presented was fake. Despite confirming that his other vehicle documents were complete, they still insisted that the fire extinguisher was fake. Let's see the footage.
Now, road safety stop us for road. They don't check cars, finish, check papers, everything complete. Say, bring fire extinguisher. We bring fire extinguisher. Say, this guy no be fire extinguisher. If no be fire extinguisher, why road safety go they allow son they carry and come? If no be fire extinguisher, now they are looking for excuse just to keep us here or to cut ticket for us because this is fire extinguisher. And this guy is meant to quench fire. So if it's not the right fire extinguisher, why not just educate us? Instead of keeping us here and telling us this one no be fire extinguisher. So they wait for road safety. See that? Say this one no be fire extinguisher as how?
The FRSC has repeatedly stated that fire extinguishers are mandatory safety tools, but motorists are calling for clear guidelines, proper verification, and professional conduct during road checks. As conversations continue, many are asking, how can drivers easily verify approved safety equipment, and how can enforcement be fair and transparent? Okay, before I even dive straight, or maybe before I get serious about this very story, but come to think of it, that's fire extinguisher though.
Like an insecticide.
It looks like insecticide to me. That was what I saw. Like, I don't know. It doesn't look like...
It's not down that street at Okiri.
I don't know. Maybe he got it from the usual people we know that makes fake. But come to think of it, this thing to me doesn't look like the usual fire extinguishers that we know. But I think the job of the Federal Safety Corps is to educate the people. You can't just drop him there because it wasn't his fault that he got a fake fire extinguishers. Yes, you should drop him. You should explain to him, educate him, let him know the difference between a fake and a real fire extinguisher. You should not delay him or try to extort money from him, because most times when they do things like this, they just want to extort money from people. Educate him, do your job. That is your job. Tell him the difference so he knows it, because I don't think this is not his fault, Mr. Michael. At least he even has a fire extinguisher, so it's not really his fault.
That he feels he has.
Yes,
but
he feels.
You know, apart from educating him, I feel the best proper way to do is to educate all Nigerians, including the Federal Road Safety Corps. This is my reason. He got that fire extinguisher or insecticide all in the need to say he has the required things that he needs to have. But the truth is, would that put off a fire if it happens? It's a question. So why not educate people?
They wrote fire stop.
Stop. Well, you could really stop. Mosquito brings fire. What I'm saying indirectly is,
yeah.
Let them educate Nigerians that it is for his own good. God forbid. I've seen a vehicle that just small electrical fault. The whole vehicle was burned to the ground. And this was even after the man had saved many years to acquire it. Why not teach Nigerians that all of these things are for their own good? For their own good. When they know it's for their own good, they will try and get the best, not any. They'll try and get the best that they will know will help them stop the fire when it happens. Not anything just to say, I have a fire extinguisher. So we need to reorganize and reorientate our minds on how or what we need to get to do the needful. So getting a fire extinguisher insecticide that you feel just because of that, you now need to walk away from the Federal Road Safety Corps. It's not the right thing. But getting what will help you stop fire, if it happens, will help secure your property and also help save lives. That's the most important thing to do.
I think this man is team, I saw it cheaper elsewhere. Yes. So because it's cheaper, you want to go for it. Not knowing that this thing is supposed to protect you. It's for your own good. So if you're buying all of these things, try to buy the best of the best. In case anything happens. Yes, I know some persons will be like, oh, I used to have fire extinguishers, they got expired and all. You know, some people even go about with expired fire extinguishers because they feel like it's of no use. I've been having this thing for the past how many years? I've never used it. So why should I keep wasting money? What if it's that very time you feel you do not need it? That is exactly when you need this fire extinguisher. So in as much as we are trying to call on the Federal Safety that they should try as much as possible to educate people. But let's also know that this is for our own good. And if you're getting anything for your own self, try to make sure you get the best of the best. So I think we have to really wrap things up now on trending. It's been interesting stories that we really had today. And thank you, Mr. Michael, for always making it easy and enjoyable.
Well, you know, one thing on trending is apart from we kind of entertaining our listeners, our viewers, it's also kind of a moral pointer.
Yeah.
Some of the things we talk about here should be really sat down with, looked at, and learned from.
Exactly.
Especially with the issue of sleeping with underage girls, especially the issue of kidnapping and all of that. Please, we need to have a redirected mind and a different way of doing things. And in all, pray to God for a change of this great society.
Yes, in other words, what Mr. Michael was saying is, in as much as we're trying to put these very serious issues in lighter moods, but let's still try to think deeply about all of the stories we bring. It's something that we really need to sit down and think and learn from most of the stories. Well, I think we really need to wrap things up right now, Mr. Michael. Yeah. It's been interesting. And I told you, Monday's edition of Trending is always very special. Well, every day on Trending is super, super special. That's in mind. You do not want to miss tomorrow's episode. You do not want to miss tomorrow's edition of Trending and of Viewpoints. Same time tomorrow. Remember to drop your thoughts on the comment section of all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV. This is where I have to tell you that I remain Mercy Irabo. See you tomorrow.
Well, anyway, I still remain Michael Gobadia. Like she said, we'll definitely see you tomorrow with another new, awesome, and interesting edition of Viewpoint, where we indeed talk about everything and also give you, well, that information you truly need. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.